Well, I am humbled, honored, and privileged to be here with you folks in Portland. And yesterday I said Oregon, but I hear it's Oregon. So I'm here. I'm happy to be here in Portland, Oregon, with my brothers and sisters from Portland. I've been here. Yesterday I was greeted by Local 43 Portland firefighters who are here in the house tonight. Thank you, brothers. I'm here with Jobs with Justice. Great, genuine, my wife even said genuine people. Steve Snyder, Jackie, Lori, Chris, Greg, and Toby. We're all one. We are all Wisconsin, really, aren't we? Well, I like to start every time I speak. I like to start with a chant. And I'm going to bring a chant that came from, I think it might have actually started in Seattle, but we took it, made it our own in Wisconsin. It goes a little something like this, and you have to be involved, because if you're not involved, then it doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to say, show me what democracy looks like, and you're going to say, this is what democracy looks like. But we're going to say it together, and we're going to say it on beat. It doesn't have to be on tune, but it has to be on beat. And we have to yell it. So let's do it again. Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks
Louder.
like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Show me what democracy looks like.
This is what democracy looks like.
Damn right. See? Now that's what I'm talking about. We gotta let them hear us. Unfortunately, from California to Portland to Chicago to Madison, Wisconsin, we have those that are trying to show us what hypocrisy looks like. But we're not gonna let that happen, because this is our time. This is our time to take back our government. This is our time to take back the middle class. And this is our time to let them know that we have to be heard. They have the money, but we have the people. And we are the people. Now let me tell you a little story about Wisconsin. They tell us in the state of Wisconsin that our state is broke. They tell us that we have no money to pay for jobs. We have to have massive layoffs. But let me tell you what our governor did in his first month and a half, 2 months as governor. We have tax cuts for the top 1% of the wealthy people in Wisconsin. But they tell us our state is broke. We have corporate tax loopholes in the state of Wisconsin right now. He gave $116 million the first month and a half to corporations. But they tell us our state is broke. We have a motto. If you come into the state of Wisconsin and you see our signs that say, "Welcome to Wisconsin," at the bottom it says, "We are open for business." So we are openly seeking people from Illinois, corporations from Minnesota, to come in the state of Wisconsin. And when they do, they get 2 years of no taxes. But our state is broke. You may have seen on YouTube or on the internet, we protested in the Capitol for 24 straight days. And it wasn't just firefighters. You may see the firefighters in the forefront, but we had students, teachers, home health care workers, nurses, protesting every day, sleeping in the Capitol. Now, from those protests, they said it's going to cost $7.5 million. $7.5 million to clean up the Capitol. But the state is broke. Well, I hate to make it so simple, but we had to say, come on, man. We're not buying that. Because this is not about money. This is not about money. This is about attack on the middle class. And this is about an attack on workers' rights. And we cannot just sit idly by and let that happen. Because we are in the House of Labor. And the House of Labor is unified. But I can tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, that in the state of Wisconsin, the House of Labor is on fire. But this is our time, because I have firefighters here with me right here from Portland, Oregon. We have firefighters all across the United States, and I've been able to speak from New York to LA. And firefighters are here, and we're here to make sure that we put that fire out. Because the House of Labor is the middle class, and we will continue to be here until the job is done, standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters and brothers forever, because we have to stick together. We have to take care of each other. Now, they tried to divide and conquer us. It's getting windy out here. At least it's not raining, though. But they tried to divide and conquer. Shh, I'm sorry. They tried to divide and conquer us. As you all may know, firefighters and police officers, we're all exempt from the bill. So the pay into the health care and the pension, we're exempt. The collective bargaining provisions in the bill, we're also exempt. So I actually got a call when this first came out. February 11th was a Thursday, I believe, or Friday. And I got a call along with my predecessor in the police to come out with a press release that our associations support Governor Walker and the bill. Now that's real talk. We got a call. We both got the phone call about 2 minutes apart from each other. We were sitting having lunch. This was after the press conference. Well, it took us a little time because we had to talk to our constituents. We had to talk to our executive boards. But not only did we tell them no, but we told him hell no. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. I like to go back to a saying that not a saying, but it's when the Nazis came into Germany. And this was a saying by a doctor that came from because he was mad about the inactivity of the German intellects. It's called First They Came. It said, first they came for the communists, and I didn't speak out because I was not a communist. Then they came for the Social Democrats, and I did not speak out because I was not a Social Democrat. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I am not a Jew. But then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak out for me. So we are here, and we're going to continue to be here every day. And the firefighters will continue to be here. I'm going to tell you a couple of points in the bill that makes no sense. That has nothing to do with budget crisis. That has nothing to do with solving the state's budget problems. You cannot deduct any union dues from payroll. AFSCME will lose 80% of its money within the first month. You have to recertify your union every year by a standing vote of 51% of your membership. So if you have 300 people in your union, you only have 100 people come to that union meeting. All 100 say, yeah, we want to be part of union. We want to be able to negotiate for our hours, working wages and working conditions. Doesn't matter because you only had 100 people there. You need 151 people there to vote yes. And if you don't get that vote, your union's decertified. And if you do, but even if you do get that vote, the only thing that you can bargain for is wages, base wages, not health insurance, not pension, just base wages. And you cannot get a raise anything over current inflation, CPI, the Consumer Price Index. Everybody has to pay into their pension, 5.8% into their pension, 50% of the employer's share, 12.6% in health care premium benefit. Now imagine a two-teacher household where they're making average salary for a teacher in the state of Wisconsin is $22,000, not including benefits. Now imagine a two-teacher household, husband and wife, trying to take care of 2 or 3 kids. That is going to be a $1,500 to $2,000 a month real money hit on their salary after taxes. Now how are we supposed to survive? Well, we're not. But we got news for them. Right here in Portland, we're asking for good paying jobs. And that's why groups like Job for Justice are so important, because they are bridging a gap. And right now we have a gap even in the state of Wisconsin between the community, between faith, and between the union movement. But I'm going to tell you, this is not a movement. We have to make sure that this is a way of life. So I'm asking, matter of fact, I'm telling our elected officials to do the job that we have asked them to do on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. And that is to take care of America and take care of common, decent Americans. Our teachers, our nurses, our firefighters, police officers. We need you to go there and do the job that we asked you to do, that we're telling you to do. And that is to take care of us. Not bring this conflict, not divide America, but bring America together. Because we need a balance right now. We don't have that. We need a better job. And I'm going to tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in an emergency. And that's why as firefighters are responding every day. We are in an emergency with our lives, and we're in a fight of our lives. But don't mistake this as a movement. This has got to be our way of life. We had a tractorcade. Now, farmers are not involved in the bill, at least not the first bill. We had over 1,600 tractors come down to Capitol Hill in Madison, Wisconsin for 45 miles. Now, imagine their gas mileage, what they get in a tractor. But 1,600 tractors came together, farmers came together to support in solidarity their brothers and sisters, not in the union movement, but in the middle class movement. And that's unbelievable. So we have to remember why Wisconsin matters. Now, you may think it's because of the cheese. You may think it's because of the Green Bay Packers. I'm actually a Bears fan, but that's the first time I ever got booed up. But we have to remember, there's a sign out here, I thought, that said, injury to one is an injury to all. There it is. We have to remember that. We need rallies like this to make sure that our movement is sustainable. A lot of people have curtailed this to the civil rights movement. But I'm going to tell you, if there is one critique of the civil rights movement, is that people became somewhat complacent. They became complacent with some of the many victories that they won. Brown versus the Board of Education in Topeka, Kansas. The Voting Rights Act of 1964 and 1965. And many other landmark legislation that happened during that time. But they stopped taking it to the streets. They stopped taking it in protests, organizing sit-ins at restaurants and businesses. Now maybe there was no need for these type of tactics anymore. Maybe the battle shifted from the streets to the courthouses. Maybe. But just maybe, we lost our sense of urgency and our sense of outrage. But sisters and brothers, I'm here to tell you that it is time for us to regain our moral outrage and our righteous indignation, because we have to take this back. We have to take the state back. Because we are in the battle of a lifetime. We cannot wait for somebody to save us. We have to save ourselves. Workers' rights are under attack. We have to stand up. And we have to have sustainability, because this is not a race. This is a marathon. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to get this job done. This does not happen overnight, so we have to make sure it doesn't happen overnight. Progress and reform take time. Frederick Douglass so rightly observed, power concedes nothing without demand. It never has, and it never will. So we have to make sure that our resolve is stronger. Our passion has to run deeper. Our pain has to last longer. Because this is something bigger than just you. This is something bigger than just me. This is something bigger than just ourselves. This is the fight of a lifetime, and we are the heroes that we have been waiting for. We are. Look to your left, look to the right. These are the people we need. Because this is about justice. This is about justice, and this is about history. And I can guarantee you, when this is all said and done, we will be on the right side of justice, and we will be on the right side of history. Solidarity, brothers and sisters. I love you all. So like I said, I'm going to finish up here, but because we have such an array of people here, I like to say that the people united will never be defeated. 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 Oh, that's great. That's great.